Okay, here we are. It's April, and we are definitely in a situation that none of us kind of prepared for. So, while you're on lockdown and quarantine, I'm going to run through a quick video here that just kind of lets you know my thought process behind setting up the rest of our semester here. And I'm going to make it as simple as I can. Okay, I think most of you now are to the stage where you've been out of school for a little while, the uncertainty kind of gets to you, and you just want to know what you need to get done, what you need to learn and demonstrate in order to finish up the year. And so I'm going to try to make that as straightforward as possible, get you in a very simple routine where you can get it done, you know when you're done, and you know which things you need help on and which things you don't. Okay, so all of my classes are going to start to look the same, whether it's physics, chemistry, advanced chemistry. And I know advanced chemistry, you guys are the ones who really kind of get the short end of the stick here because you were supposed to be in the lab the entire second semester, but that just isn't going to be possible now. So here's what I'm going to do. First of all, if you are somebody who was, say, absent right before spring break and you missed a test, or you had a quiz you had to make up that you were still able to make up but you just hadn't got it done yet, for those minor cases that each person might have, I'm just going to go through and delete the previous test or homework, whatever it was, that went with that particular thing that you were planning on making up right after the break. Okay? It's not going to help you. It's not going to hurt you. It's just going to disappear like it wasn't there for you. If you already banked a good score on a test or something, I'm not getting rid of that. It's just those people who were still absent or for some reason hadn't been able to make up something that they were still able to make up. From here on out, I'm basically going to split it into weeks. Okay? So each week is going to be centered on a new topic. It's a topic that we would have already gone over in class for my regular chemistry and for physics. But I'm going to simplify it down and try to basically turn into something where you can get at least some fundamentals down, so those of you who move on have the ability to kind of keep up. You don't feel like you're too far behind. Okay, so we're going to have a weekly topic. Okay, I'm going to put this on Google Classroom, and each week I'm going to post some video lessons on my YouTube channel. Yes, I actually do have a YouTube channel. And there's going to be an assignment/quiz that goes with those. Now, when I say assignment/quiz, you used to get an assignment that had all the answers with it. We did a lot of practice back and forth until you figured that out. That's not as realistic now, given our situation. But I'm basically going to have one document that you download off of the Google Classroom, and it's going to be some questions are going to have answers with them, and those are intended to be your practice problems. And you work on those until you can kind of match up the answer and see how to do things. Then there's going to be a few questions on there that do not have answers with them, and those are going to act as your quiz. And I'm going to grade it all together as one single document. You're going to get one single grade per week, and that is due by midnight on Sunday following that assignment. So when you get on there, you're going to see, hey, this is the assignment and the topic for April 20th through the 24th. You're going to look at the video lessons. You're going to work on the assignment and the quiz questions. You're going to get it all completed. You're going to show your work on everything, because your work is really what I'm grading. Show all your work. Don't just give me answers. Okay? Show your work on everything. And then I'm going to put it all together as one grade, and you're going to get a single grade for that week based on that document alone. Okay? You're going to upload it into Google Classroom by taking pictures of it. I don't think you want to try to type out things like a stoichiometry problem. That'd be pretty miserable. So just print off the document that I give you, write in all your work, make it look as neat as you can, but show me all the work that you're doing, and then I'm going to go ahead and just grade that. You're going to send me back a picture. Take a picture of that, both front and back sides, and then you're going to upload that to Google Classroom, and I'm going to grade that myself. Okay? There aren't going to be any retakes. There's not going to be any 3-week delays on getting things in. You have one thing to do, you have one deadline, and you have one chance at it. Okay? It's going to get very simplified because we can only do so much trading of documents back and forth the way things are now. I'll be glad to help you on things that are questions that are part of the practice problem. So the ones that have answers with them, you want to do those first. And if you can't get one of them to work out, you're like, something's got to be wrong here. I can't figure out what's going on, but it's on these questions that have answers with them. I'll be happy to help you. The ones that don't have answers with them are intended to be an assessment of how much you've figured out. So I'm not going to be able to help you set those ones up, but I can help you out with the ones that do have answers, and they all kind of correlate together. Once you get down the practice ones, you'll be able to do the quiz ones. Okay, very similar to what we did in class. I'm going to put out as much stuff as I can for each week, and then you can work ahead if you want to. Okay, you'll see that we'll have about 8 or 9 weeks of school left when this whole thing gets rolling. You can work ahead if you want to, but you don't have to, but you got to make sure that you get in your assignment by Sunday night at midnight, following that week that I have posted in Google Classroom. Okay, now, for those of you in regular chemistry, we're going to do the same topics we would have done in class, but it'll be an abbreviated, kind of simplified version of those topics. Physics, same thing. We're going to do the topics that I was intending to do, but you guys aren't going to get to do the cardboard boat races. I'm pretty sure that's not going to be up and running in time for us to do that. So it's going to be the rest of optics, and it's going to be some electrical circuits. And then we'll kind of see where time leaves us if we get through those. And then advanced chem, we just simply can't do the qualitative analysis online. There just isn't any way. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick some small topics to go over that are related to things you've learned before, but there's some details or some minor like applications of these things that have kind of gotten overlooked. We did all the OIT stuff, and theirs was very generic. We're going to go back in and look at some applications of each one of these topics you've done. So we'll do a little bit of work with gases. We'll do a little bit of work with stoichiometry, a little bit of work with solutions and acids and bases. And then we'll look at a couple of new topics like heat transfer that we didn't really get a chance to jump into. Once again, I'll give you a weekly topic, and I'm going to try and keep it simplified so that you can kind of troubleshoot yourself. Even if you're not familiar with it, you can watch the video lessons and hopefully kind of get started. Use each other as resources to help out on things. But make it worth your time and really try to see how well you can do on a few of those quiz questions all by yourself. Okay, I'm going to upload a document that outlines this in more detail so you don't have to go back and listen to me again. It should be uploaded along with this video right here. Make sure you kind of have a good idea on that before you take off and get going. Once you turn in an assignment, I'm going to grade it, and then we move on to the next one. Okay, there won't be any going back and redoing one. So just make sure you kind of know where you're pointed before you really get going.